dollars worth of derivatives is global, and the U.S. banks, even if they're domiciled here, they're headquartered here, they have the ability to do whatever they want, wherever they want. The part that's not global is how the Fed and Treasury Department will basically increase our debt as a nation in order to support their bad bets when they go wrong, and then keep them from going wrong for next time. And so that's the part that's more domestic. The international part is global finance. It's fast, it's powerful, it's controlled by a few banks and a few people that are strategically positioned within various governments or government agencies. I mean, even the New York Federal Reserve was run by, Tim Geithner. It's got a Class A directorship given to Jamie Dimon, CEO of J.P. Morgan Chase, which he had during the subprime crisis, and it was reconfirmed for him to be there now. So you have the biggest global bank in charge of basically, having the relationship to be able to get money to bail out, subsidize, and increase their exposure and their power globally. So yeah, it's a true mess. It's just bigger now than it's ever been because we have had a derivatives market that's grown even more quickly than it has in the past. Wow, Nomi Prins, thank you so much. Inside Whistleblower joining us here today, and you can find out more about her new book at NomiPrins.com. I look forward to speaking to you in the future, if there is a future. Thank you, Nomi. Thank you, Alex. We'll be right back with Bob Chapman, and I promise we're going to your calls early. I'm going to get to Recon, Martin, Ironhead, Philip, Frank. I'm going to get to all of you. Bob loves calls. We'll take your calls first, then get into everything with Bob Chapman on the economy. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones. I'm looking for people that have the wisdom to spot savings, opportunity, and recognize risk. Saving means to make money. The Cal Ben Pure Soap Company can save you thousands of dollars and give you good old-fashioned real soaps that are triple concentrated and twice as good as what you're using now. Soaps made from vegetable and coconut oils that contain no useless dyes, perfumes, deodorants, or antibacterials. Your risk is the hundreds of hazardous toxic detergents that give you rashes, itching sores, and deteriorating clothing called lint. If you want something better, if you want something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. Getting a free catalog is easy by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. Take charge of your health now by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com.
Attention GCN listeners, do you have a Patriot on your Christmas list that's nearly impossible to shop for? How would you like the ability to get top-of-the-line, hard-to-find gifts at equally hard-to-beat prices without leaving the comfort of your home? Why fight the crowd? Simply log on to your computer for great gifts and deals for the off-the-grid enthusiast in your family. At offthegridchristmas.com, you'll find great prices on the most popular off-the-grid gifts available today. At offthegridchristmas.com, you'll find unbeatable deals on emergency backup power, herb and vegetable seeds, dehydrated foods, emergency evacuation packs, solar ovens, gun safes, and a host of truly unique stocking stuffers. In these hard times, why not give a gift that really counts? A gift that could truly make a difference. Go to offthegridchristmas.com and our Christmas video highlighting perfect gifts for the off-the-grid fans in your family. Unbeatable gear, unbeatable prices, no more searching. Offthegridchristmas.com. That's offthegridchristmas.com.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Well, Bob Chapman is quite a character. He's a military veteran, worked in intelligence, then he was a private silver and gold broker, the largest private silver gold broker at one time in the United States. He's lived all over the world, and he then helped put out the Gary Allen report exposing the globalist, and none dare call it conspiracy, 40-plus years ago. And he now lives at an undisclosed location outside the United States because the long arm of the New World Order has been seeking after him. And he joins us in this hour to take calls from police, military, and others to get their view on the fact that the media is going, hey, the Army's going to be on the streets of America. You've already seen us illegally doing it. Well, now it's legal. Of course, they can't pass a law saying black people are slaves again. My point is, just because they say something's legal doesn't mean it is legal. Marbury versus Madison and other rulings, as well as just common sense. Can the government pass a law saying they can blow children's heads off? No. Can the government pass a law they can ship opium into the country? No. They do, though. So the point is that we've reached a new level of corruption. So they're saying that they will secretly arrest citizens whenever they want, that they will take you to a secret prison and you're never seen again. And Obama came out and said, I'll do more. I'll kill citizens without a judge, jury, or trial in America. So that's all these hitmen and mercenaries need to be told is okay, we're allowed to do this now. You're covered by law. Go kill who we want. Go assassinate who we want. Just an unprecedented situation. You've got cruise missiles, high-tech ones given by the Russians, a whole bunch of them, 76 of them at least, to the Syrians. You got the UN declaring it a civil war zone, and they're getting ready to call for the humanitarian bombing. Bombs are now loving. Orwell's vision has come true. Double think, double speak. Up is down, down is up. Black is white. Israel saying they may hit Iran. The former head of the Mossad is saying it will cause a, quote, catastrophe. But the globalists want catastrophe. They want global crisis. Order out of chaos. I want to go to your calls, and later in the hour we'll get into the European situation with Bob, the latest on MF Global. I meant to bring that up with Nomi Prins, but I forgot. With Bob, we'll talk about the power plant shutdowns across the country that we predicted now happening. The White House, of course, is not very happy. Also, more governments and others are calling for lithium to be added to the water. That's lithium, an antipsychotic. So you'll be calm when the government abuses you. All of that is coming up today. Bob Chapman of theinternationalforecaster.com. Always great talking to you, my friend. I was talking to my mom this morning, and she said that she looked forward to hearing you today. She said, is Bob Chapman going to be on? And I said, yes. I said, do you like him? And she goes, yes, I do like hearing him on the show. So my mom's a fan out there listening right now, Bob.
Well, I thank you. I thank you, Mom. The only thing is your mom's probably old enough to be my daughter.
Yeah, I think so.
But be as it may, I was floored with this vote on 1867, the Senate bill, 93-7. That shows you how many people are totally corrupted and paid off in our Senate, because nobody in their right mind would have voted for that.
Well, you're right. I mean, this really shows that they'll do anything. Obviously, they're scared. They know they've committed crimes. It's come out their insider trading to an extreme extent. And they're now just trying the hidden in plain view thing. Because they have a 9% approval rating, because they know that we know they're crooks, they're now just, okay, we're criminals, we're butchering everything, and we're allowed to insider trade, and we're allowed to give congressional money to companies we're invested in. I mean, they are really light speed past the Rubicon now, Bob.
Well, as Gerald says, it's the Gambinos and the Bonanos. Only I grew up with those people, and the equivalent, and they were nowhere near as bad as these people are. I mean, they wouldn't think of doing those things. In fact, Luciano said in 1944, after he helped with the invasion of Sicily, and they had let him out of Dannemora Penitentiary, he was in there for narcotics violations. He said, I finally figured it out. I should have became a banker. He said, I could have done all this stuff legally. And so, we have a marriage of crime. And that's been prevalent for a long time in civilization and in America, but not to the extent that it is today. And these people who control Washington and the bureaucrats, technocrats, which are bankers, they all afraid, just like you said, Alex. And as you know, we discussed that we're breathing down their neck every day, and they don't like it very much. And so all the rules gone out the window. There are no rules. There's rules for you and I, but not for them. And they're trying to do what they can do to grab what they can before the ship goes down.
And then they're going into a post-industrial world. This is a criminal group who, in their own words, studied dictatorships and the science of oppression and have tried to codify a system where instead of getting thrown out or getting in trouble, they'll get always still more power, always still more control as they drown the public in just absolute unmitigated tyranny. And they call it command destruction. This looting, this wrecking of society is a planned depression. And the psyop is you're not in depression. And there seems to be no end to it. But gauging this, I see that all is not well and they're not in full control. They've been a little too good at stealing. And I see a certain desperation when people like Corzine and MF Global are making 40-to-1 bets. What do you expect to see out of the congressional hearing? They'll like massage his feet and tell him what a delicate genius he is and maybe chew on his toenails for him or something?
Well, as you know, they won't do that, but they'll certainly let him off the hook. It's my feeling, and I only base this on experience. I don't have any evidence. I think that the MF caper was government run. Corzine was told what to do. And he can't be that suicidal on his own. He's a professional in the bond market. He knew what he was doing. And they needed support over in Europe in the bonds that belonged to the countries that were insolvent. And he was told, you go and buy them. And then when he ran out of money, he said, well, loot the accounts, whatever you got to do, but buy more. And that's what he did. And they will cover up for him. He's not going to go to jail. He might get fined, and that'll be the end of it.
Well, let's expand on that. You are the only person, the only expert I interview who says that. My gut tells me you're right, because that was a sure loser. And other experts say, no, this is the craziness of these people, and they give other examples. But if you look at everything that happened and the way this is being dealt with, I think it's more than just an order. This was a test to see if they can start taking people's private accounts ahead of a bank holiday and a devaluation.
Maybe. We don't know that yet. We'll just have to see what path they follow after this. Don't forget, this has to be digested first. And it's going to be in the headlines, or at least for another 6 months. And so I think we're going to have to be patient on this one. Most people don't understand. There's a big difference between what goes on in the commodity market and other markets. A commodity is not a security. It's an agreement between two parties. And, of course, if you read the contract, and as you know, I was in the business of owning a brokerage firm for many years, although I didn't trade in commodities. If you read the contract, you'll know that you have no rights whatsoever. The CME and the COMEX can change the rules anytime they want. And stocks and bonds, it's different. Now, less than 1% of the action in the markets come from commodities. The big market is bonds. It's 100 times bigger than the stock market. And then there's the stock market. And these criminals, most of their action is very subtle, and they get away with it because nobody knows what they're doing, usually on inside information. And that's where they make money. And so I can see them sacrificing MF with a leader who's one of them in order to get the buildup in the purchasing of bonds that are virtually worthless as far as I'm concerned.
All right.
In Europe.
All right, let's move on. When we come back from break, I'm going to go to some calls for a while from military and police and others that are concerned about this. But notice how long we've known they're getting rid of posse comitatus, how long they've been trying to, like rats under the floorboards, eat the foundation out from under us. But to add on top of it, secret arrest of citizens, indefinite detention. we've got to make a big deal out of this. We've got to challenge this. But it really does signify just how criminal these people are. Why didn't they just go for the end of posse comitatus? Why did they go ahead and go for it all? Because this has woken a lot of people up. I can't tell you how many phone calls, emails, how many big news sites, how many people are calling me and apologizing and saying, well, I guess you were right.